What is up, everybody? This is Riding Insane. Welcome to a very quick build series video, something that you guys have been hounding me about since I got this beast. But we have the beautiful Nimbus out here perched up on the Abbott stand as always, in an endo or a stoppy position, one of the best ones there is. But today's episode, what we're going to be doing is an episode sponsored by Motodynamic. And they make the very best fender eliminator kit. So yeah, the product this thing you guys have been hating on me for every single time that I post a picture on Instagram or I'm riding this bike around and I show you guys off the bike kind of stuff. You guys always tell me, when am I gonna get rid of this? Ever since we got this bike in 2017, it is 2020 during the coronavirus, and we are finally getting to it. So big shout out to Motodynamic. We're gonna be replacing this. This entire thing is gonna go away. This is where I put my rear camera, by the way. So a big reason that we didn't remove this, because before I had this cool pillion seat, I didn't have another place to mount the rear camera, and the rear camera gets one of the best footage just because everyone who's gonna be seeing my taillights for Nimbus's taillight, you gotta catch them on the rear camera as they're looking at the taillight. Until I had a pillion seat, I didn't get a fender eliminator kit, but Motodynamic was awesome enough to send us a fender eliminator kit, as well as you guys can see, this is the turn signals left and then the right one. So as soon as this entire thing goes away, that means the turn signals go away too. So we're gonna have an integrated tail light, which is gonna be smoked. And then to top it all off for the whole Motodynamic package, the flush mount. So over here we had these huge bobbers sticking out. I'll see if I can fish them out of that box right there. But we had these huge turn signals on the left and right. When I removed the fairings, I took those off and I put them somewhere, so let me find where those are at. But we're gonna be removing these, or we already removed these, and we're gonna be adding small little flush mounts here, just like the ones on the R6, which are also on Kakarot, which are also provided by Motodynamic. And again, we only go with companies that we believe in and we trust in, that are awesome, with great customer service. We also have some things we're doing for Kakarot, more for Motodynamic, which is going to be coming very soon, or maybe it's already been there because I'm recording all this stuff during a super duper heat wave, so I'm talking quick to make a quick video because this hyperbolic time chamber is getting hot as hell. But anyways, we are going to be removing this, and replacing it, and then we're going to be removing the flush mounts, which we're already done, and we're going to be adding, or remove the stock OEM flush light blinker thingies and adding some OEM ones. So let's hop right into the unboxing, and then let's hop up to the install, and then let's take it for a ride. As you guys know, we do things ghetto style here. We don't only have the production quality, but I don't really care. I'm happy with the way it is. So we have a harness kit thingy. It's not a harness yet. This is a license plate right here. Instructions, wiring stuff, which I have no clue where they'll go, but we'll figure it out. And then right here we have the little piece on, this is gonna go on the undertail of Nimbus. So the place we're gonna be removing the fender, or the license plate fender kit, or whatever it's called, we're gonna be putting this in there. So we have this little cool, awesome looking piece that's gonna fill in the gap. And here we have the glorious fender, or license plate bracket, I think it's called. There's also a license plate light, I believe, so we'll figure all that stuff out. But yeah, this is pretty heavy and nice, as we like things. We like them thick. Next up, we have the small little box, which I'm guessing are the flush mounts. So these are the smoked, not the basic ones, but the smoked version of the flush mounts. Last box we have, sorry that I'm going pretty quick, but it is burning hot in the hyperbolic time chamber, and I just want to get this stuff done with and on the bike and move on to something else. So this right here is going to be the smoked tail light. So beautifully wrapped in plastic to preserve it from any scratches or anything like that. This is going to be a smoked tail light. You can also get it in clear. Remember, all the links are going to be in the description below. Make sure to give Motodynamic a chance. Support the companies that support me. So we have all this stuff right here laid out. So right here we have Motodynamic stuff for the license plate and license plate light, I believe. Here we have the two things for the flush mount, and then all the stuff here for tail light. All right, everyone, we have the bike, like I mentioned, on the Abbott stand. Makes the job a lot easier, trust me, because now we're gonna be working in this section right here from the back. And then what we're gonna start off with is removing this, or removing these bolts, and see how to take this off. And the funny thing is, when I was installing the fairings, I could have done this at that time, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. All right, and we're back. So you guys saw the front seat, or the back seat was off. I disconnected a bolt here, same one on the other side. There was two here. and then 3. So this was connected to this. And at the bottom, you'll see 1, 2, and 3. So you have one connector here that goes into the tail light. And then you have this little group of connectors right here in this fabric wire that connects straight into here, which I'm guessing is for the license plate light, which is this. And then there's the turn signals. And look at all that cool stuff. Doesn't that look cool? It's like candy. Coolest thing ever. And there we go. So, if you want to take a guess on which one is the OEM, which one is the aftermarket, which one would you say? Which one looks cooler? Right here we have the OEM one that we just removed, but this right here is a smoked version. And then hopping right here, this gigantic thing is your license plate holder, license plate light, and your front turn side turn signals. We're gonna be throwing this away and adding this and the license plate light, integrated turn signals in there, and boom, we got everything. All right guys, after about 30 minutes of trying to figure this out, I think I got it. You have the tail light right here. It has one harness pin connector that goes into the OEM pin connector that we removed. So I connected that. That was the easy part. Then you have these two things, left and right turn signals. I put this connector, these two are separate, and I just pushed them in together. Then there's something called a resistor. This thing is apparently a resistor. It says that if you have a 15 plus model, you only need one resistor, either in the front for the flush mounts or in the rear, and you only need one. So I put it in the rear because there's more room up here. And then you have this harness that goes into, so you remember the 4-pin connector we took out of the fender, OEM fender? We put the harness that they give you, the 4-pin, I connected this here. So this little thing connects all the way down to here. So this right here does the left and right turn signals. This right here that comes off of here, these two connectors go into the license plate. So this one's easy. So this connects there, and then you get the license plate light right here. We'll have light. I think it works. I think I got it right. I might have messed up the resistor part, so let me know if I did that wrong, and I might have messed up this part. By factory, it comes stock where the brake light's gonna flash 3 times, and the sequential turn signals are gonna be on. Those 2 things are gonna be on. But in case you're an idiot and you don't like those things, then you can take off this rubber piece, poke it with a hole. It tells you how many times in the instructions, how many times you have to poke it to turn those things off. So if you want to turn it off, this entire thing will just blink left or for right or for left. It won't do the sequential thing. And if you also want to remove that little double 3 blinks that it does when you're stopping to notify somebody, kind of like flashes, if you want to remove that, you can also remove that. So cool little thing, but we're gonna leave all that stuff on because I like it. Everything else looks good. All that's left is me putting this back up and doing the flush mounts. But we won't worry about the flush mounts right now. Those aren't important. The important one is putting all this stuff back together. So let me put it all back together and I'll give you guys a demo. Getting roasted here. Job is done. So it looks kind of weird since the bike is still in the stoppy position, but I just want to give you guys a light taste of how it looks. So we have the seat, the pillion seat back on, but we have the smoke tail light, which matches so well with the blacked out fairing piece. And then we have the metal bracket and the license plate light. So the very last thing for the Motodynamic package is gonna be the flush mounts. So I installed that right there. It's fairly simple, but let me walk you guys through what I did. And again, if I call it simple and I can do it, then you guys can do it too. So left one is yellow. So they give you this little connector which connects to the flush mount itself and this washer and nut thingy. You put this through, you wire the things through this, and you put the screw thingy through the other hole. You connect the wire to the turn signal. This is the OEM one went. I took that out. I added theirs, and then I have this wire here, connect them both in the middle. Once you connect it, test it. If it works out, then put the green cover over it. The only thing that's left is for me to zip tie this, so it's nice and everything's all tucked in when you put the fairing back on. Then I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same exact thing. I won't show you guys that process because it's the same exact thing. Plug this in, plug this into the fairing, and then connect them in the middle, and then put the green collar over it, and you're done. So let me go ahead and finish this up, put the fairings back all the way on, and then I will show you guys the final product of the front, back, side to side, everything. You guys are watching the build episode right now, and sadly the footage of me showing off the bike didn't come off correctly because there was some issues with the memory card or whatever, it doesn't matter. So I wanted to show you guys how it actually looks like correctly. So the bike, I just came back from a ride. And the footage you guys are seeing is like a week ago or something. So that's the reason you guys are seeing this here right here, because we're actually going for rides with this because it actually works and I love it so much. So Motodynamic setup. This is the tail light in action. You guys can see all those beads. Sadly, a camera can never capture how it looks in real life. It's a lot red and dark red than it shows right here. So, oh, by the way, hi to Broly. So yeah, it looks a lot brighter in the camera, but it is bright, but it's just darker and looks so much cooler. So this right here is the left side. So if I'm going left, as you guys can kind of tell, again, guys, a camera can do it justice, but let me try. As you guys can see, it's sequential. So it starts out right from the middle and then it goes to the left. And then like an Audi or like a Mustang, it goes so sequential. You guys got to see it in person because it's a lot. You can see the yellow in person. On camera, it can't do justice because it's trying to focus, but in real life, it just looks a lot better. And then we also have the flush mounts on the front. I believe that footage came out correctly. But yeah, so we have basically, if you guys can, it's really hard to capture. I'm pretty sure if I had a better camera, I could capture this, but this is what we're running with. And then boom, this is going to the right. So again, like I don't know what to do, man. It looks a lot yellow. Over here, it looks like it's a red sequential light, but it's not. Like I'm looking at it right now with my bare naked eyes, and it's right and it's yellow and it's going to the right and it's sequential and it's beautiful, and if I could make love to it, I would. We got the beautiful LED license plate. I don't know if it's LED, but it's cool looking and it's bright and it's blue and it's white and it's cool. We also have right here popping up at us the flush mounts on the right side. I gotta make sure I don't touch the bike because it is steaming hot. We just came back from a ride. This right here is hazard. So for hazards, what it does is it looks like it's flashing, but it's not. Actually, from the middle, it's doing both sequential lights at the same time. So again, you see it in person and you'll know what I mean. Sadly, we can't show it to you, but blinking yellow, amber, whatever you want to call it. Then we have hazards up there, the flush mounts, or the flush mount, and then we have another flush mount right there. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys quickly how it looks, because again, the footage didn't come out correctly. Hopefully this footage comes out correctly, but the cool thing is you guys get to see this actually in action with the rear camera, and you guys get to see the license plate on there, as well as a sneak peek of Broly together, because this is how they sit together. They stay together, they love each other, all right? Two little hoes, all right? So back to the video. But overall, that is the Motodynamic setup. The fender eliminator kit with the license plate light, smoked out integrated tail light, and then we have the flush mounts in the front. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember to subscribe only because you love me. We'll have a first ride coming up for this as well, because I want to show you guys outside in the open. I feel like this doesn't do it justice because you have to be, you know, you're not gonna be using your motorcycle or any of these parts in the garage. You're gonna be using them out in the real world. So until next time, this is Riding Insane. Remember to subscribe only because you love me and I love you. And I'm out. Peace.